And so this idea is loosely inspired from Danny Dabbles. So I'm going to give you a series of books that I really hope to tackle by the end of the year. Now, not all of these are going to get read, but these are kind of where my brain's at. And I'm going to also add like neck alley books. I'm going to do a holiday themed books, all books that by like early 2026 I should have read. And if the books are not on my immediate TBR cart, I'm going to put them in a certain section so I know where to find them. So the first book I'm going to read, or hopefully read, is A Barista's Guide to Love and Larceny by Caroline Bond. This comes out in January, and it's a cozy fantasy, combines magic, college life, and first love into a sweetly brew story with a girl and her secret ability who is roped into investigating a company's dangerous product. This book sounds so cute, and I really would like to read it. I know that I'm giving a copy of this to my friend Kari. Maybe we'll buddy read, but yes, this is one that I definitely want to read in early 2026. I also really do want to get around to the Princess Knight by Kate Jacob. This was a book that I actually do have a Neck Alley arc of. It is signed to me. It is gifted. I really should be reading it this month, but it is just in here as a reminder because this is a gifted book that someone gave me. Because I know Kate Jacob, she's lovely. And I did start reading this and I was really invested. And then I had to put it down for various reasons. I also got an early arc of Tide Speaker by Sadie Turner. And oh my god, this is like a elemental magic with a neurodivergent main character, and this cover is stunning. It comes out in January, and I really hope a book box picks this up and like does a special edition, but on its own this cover is already stunning, and I was so happy to get a copy of this one. So yeah, this is one that I'm very excited for as well. And then I also got a copy of The Runes Beneath Us by Sasha A. Sloan. This is a fae romantasy that, again, I really had good luck with The Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft, and this one kind of gave me vibes, and I really do want to read this one, and it does come out in March, so I have a little bit more time, but I would like to get around to it. And then my friend Kelly got me A War of Wyverns by S.F. Williamson. I loved The Language of Dragons so much, and she got this book for me, so I was like very happy to see that. So this is the first stack of books that I would like to focus on before the end of the year, and yeah, so that is where we are with that. And now I am gonna toss one on here, a reread. I really do want to reread Truth Witch by the end of the year. It is a book that I have read a while ago, and then I just got super distracted by the series. So this will be a reread for me, and I do want to get around to it. And yeah, but this was the library copy that I picked up from the library because I saw it and I was like, ooh, I'd get that for free. So this one is a reread that I would like to focus on. My goal is to just keep filling my TBR cart with books from this section, so that is kind of the plan. Also, because we are headed into holiday season, I do have a couple of lightly fall reads or like early winter reads that I am going to chat through. So I'm going to go get a couple more, but just to like you know, the end of fall, tail end of fall. So yeah, let me go get those and then I will come back. So to end the fall vibes, I am going to talk about Love at First Fright by Nadia El-Fasasi. This is a book that I picked up from Comic-Con, so this is one that I would like to read. I also have The Deathless One by Emma Hamm, which is like a romantasy that has to do with gods, I think. So yeah, this is another one. I do have the sequel as well. Sorry, this lighting sucks. I am so sorry. But oh, that's a little bit better. Okay, so this is The Deathless One by Emma Hamm. I would like to get around to this one. I did actually buy this at Comic-Con. And then I do have an arc that I am really hoping to read. It's called Break Wide the Sea by Sarah Holland. This is like a seafaring adventure story. So I would like to maybe combine this with Tide Speaker and do like a sea blog. Okay, and then I also have some sequels. So I do have War of Wyverns is a sequel that I chatted about. I do have The Same Backwards and Forwards by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is a backstory, like it's like the backstory. It's like a hate or a love story, and you could read the book both ways. So yeah, that is one that I was chatting about. And then I do also have A Dark Forgetting by Kristen Cicerelli, which is her retelling of Edgewood that came out. They renamed it and repackaged it. So I do want to get around to this one because this is a great like late fall read. And then I really want to read The Keeper of Magical Things by Julie Leong. This is another one that is on my cozy fantasy TBR. And then I did get the first book of Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. So I am going to add this in case I decide to pick this one up and read the other ones in order. So yeah, those are my seasonal reads, like my fall reads. And now let's get into the Christmas reads, which I'm very excited. Meant to Be by Kate Cicerelli-Cuke is the sequel to the Pumpkin Spice. So this one is the winter one, which I would like to read. And then I also do have Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. A couple of these I might read over Christmas break because they are just like quick. And this one I really might read on Christmas Day. And then I also have A Curse of Shadow and Ice, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So yeah, that is where we are with that. And then the next stack I think you're going to see is either some e-arcs or... Alright, so let me go assess like what I kind of need to put these books back, and then I'm going to come back with my next stack. I don't know what that is yet, but another category to add to this list. Okay, so I do have a couple... Ooh, that's better. I do have a couple of YA fantasy books on here. I have Never Ever After by Sue Landham, my pretty fairy loot edition. I also do have For No Mortal Creature by Kelsa Cow, which is very, very fall. I got this arc. It came out in October. Haven't read it yet. I also got The Floating World by Axio, another stunning edition. I also have Dream by the Shadow by Logan Carl, another fantasy book that I really do want to read. And then An Embroidery of Soul, another arc that didn't get nearly enough love and attention. It came out in September. And then I have Den of Liars, which is an older arc that I just never got around to. So I was going to add some NetGalley books on here, but I think this is too big. Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis, which I think is a werewolf story. And here are just some random books. I really need to read Spider-Man Shadow Warriors, which is a combination of a original manga. But Spider-Man and my student, he really, really wants this one. I mentioned that I had it, and he's like, oh, Miss, can you bring it in? So I have to read this. I might actually bring this on the plane with me because I'm traveling, and I might just stick it in my bag so I could read that and give it to him. I have Violet Thistledown is Not a Villain Anymore. This is from Emily Criniples. I got this from Book of the Month. I also have Mate by Ali Hazelwood. If I'm in a werewolf vibe, maybe I could do a blog. And then I have two like cozy horrors or thrillers. I have The Execution Thief by Susan Dennard. I really also need to read Truth, which I talked about that earlier. And then A Land So Wide by Erin A. Craig. So yeah, those are the books that are on my end of the year TBR. Will I get to all of these? Probably not. Do I have hopes, wants, and desires to? Yeah. So let me know in the comments, what is one book you think I should read before the end of the year? Should I make it a priority? More importantly, what YA fantasy book do you want to see me read? Because there are a ton on here, and I need some directions. Bye, my friends.